Can you build a funnel with a small audience? This is the question I'm going to answer for you today. And when I say a small audience, I mean having less than 10,000 people all over the place, meaning on Instagram, plus your email list, plus your YouTube channel, plus everything, having less than 10,000 people. Can you build a funnel, a sales funnel that is going to bring high conversion? I'm going to answer this question today because I'm getting this all the time. Can you actually build this? Can you build this? And the short answer is yes, by the way. Like, you don't need to listen to the entire thing. Yes, yes, yes. You don't need to have even thousands of followers to make consistent sales with an automated sales system. What I want to share with you first is a little story of how I made my first six-figure year. And what I want to say is that I had less than 2,000 followers. And what happened here is that my funnel worked because it captured every person. So every single person who came in my world was, I almost want to say captured, but then it's like a hostage, but it was more that each person who was coming in my world was served. And what that means is that I had a process for everyone, and not something that took me weeks and months to set up. But because I started when my audience was small, it was actually very simple what I did put in place. And no one slipped through the cracks. And what I'm saying for a lot of women, and perhaps like a lot of you here, is that you are waiting too long to start installing, setting up some sort of system to take care of your people. And everything relies on you. It relies on you to welcome people who are following you. It relies on you to welcome people in your email list, or actually when you look at how people are welcomed, it is not really the way that you want to do it. And this is it. Like, this is what funnels do, is to turn your interest, the interest that you are receiving, into longevity, into connection, into community, because this is it. Okay. We are creating community-based businesses. And that means that what we create is for our community. We are serving our community. We are of service. And this is going to change the offers that we create, and of course the funnels and the messaging and our marketing and so on. But how beautiful is it to create a business that just serves tons of people without exhausting you, and really following what is your own rhythm, because we don't all have the same. And when I look at myself, I don't have the same rhythm, energy, pace from weeks to weeks. And that's why it's very important for me to have different systems and different strategies that I can plug in and out of, so I can actually have a business where I feel fulfilled, but also where everyone is taken care of. They're not just taken care of when I'm in the mood, when I have time on my agenda. If you are someone who delivers a lot for your clients, who has a lot of one-to-one, let's say, time, or a lot of delivery time with your clients, you are probably wondering how you're going to welcome all of those new people. And that's it. You want to have simple systems. So looking at our small audience, the first thing that I want to share with you, and I'm going to share 4 points today. The first point is that it's actually an advantage. It's an advantage to have a small audience, meaning less than 10,000 people, even less than 10,000 people just on your social media, because you're going to know them better. And the best you know your dream client, the more the funnel is going to be personal, because you are going to be able to very simply explain what your world is about when you are welcoming a new person, but also give them straight away what they want. And you can give them straight away what they want when you have the clarity on what they want, which is a lot easier when you have a small audience. And here, like, another point that I want to share with you on like the funnels. And I feel like, well, first of all, if you are not sure you have funnel or what are funnels or whatever, come into the 21-day funnel challenge. It's completely free. There is 21 trainings. They're between 10 and 20 minutes. And here I teach like this. I teach different points, different trainings on something that helps you understand how you can start building system to support you in your business. Nothing super complicated, no tech wise, but it really shows you also what is a funnel. And I feel that a lot of people think they have a funnel, but they don't. And sometimes it's also because the platform they are using are like, build a funnel, and they're like sales page, landing page. This is not a funnel. That's not what I describe as a funnel. For me, a funnel is a backend experience, and a backend experience that is taking care of the people while you're not here, while you are with your family, while you are delivering clients, and so on. So the funnel really is helping you build connection faster through automation. That means that you are going to be able to deliver your story, maybe your brand story that you have worked in the past, and really connect through storytelling with them without you having to tell this story individually, but also a story angle that is going to make complete sense for the place that they're at in the buyer journey, which they are just connecting with you. And there is actually a very simple way of doing this. And I think a lot of people are losing a lot of people actually in their welcome sequences and in their welcome processes, because it's either super boring and just make people unsubscribe, or make people be like, eek, no, that's not for me. So the idea is really to build connection. Community is really where this comes from. And what the funnel help you with is also to keep people inside your world, even when you are not online, even when you are not selling, even when they're not looking at your content on social media. So if you are someone who is launching, let's say, and that's the model that I had in the past, is I had one offer and I was doing 2 launches per year, and I was selling evergreen with funnels in between. And those funnels, I had like one with a masterclass, and one from a freebie to another course to the main offer. So I had like, after I added another offer. So I had like different funnels throughout the year that I was selling with. And what I want to say is that if this is your model that you have, you definitely want between your launches to have people signing up to your offer, or to be nurtured in your world, depending if it is an evergreen program or mastermind or offer, or if it is more something that is with a cohort. And even if it's something with a cohort, what you will want is to have people probably joining the wait list or coming into a program that is going to sell them into the next thing. But you are able to nurture the people, and it's not just to sell to them. This is really not the vibe. Okay, the vibe is not like, let me sell you everything that I have just because I have it and I want to take your money. No. And that's why it also all comes from intentionality, and what is your intention here. And if your intention is to be of service, you will want to have funnels. Okay. And why that? Because you are able to then really, depending on the behavior of someone in your funnel, let's say someone is going to click on this free training that you had, maybe it's Instagram live that you did, and that's just the link of it, but it is going to signal inside the funnel that this person is very interested into, I don't know, content, into back pain, into whatever is your brand and the different pillars that you have inside. But because it signals this, you can act on this. And you can act on this if you wanted manually, by the way, depending on the number of people that you have on. Or you can do something automatically, and automatically they could be added into a sequence that say, hey, by the way, like, I saw you were interested in this, so I just had a peek on your profile. And something that have helped a lot of women who were in this exact situation, who needed X, Y, and Z, which you gather for the training that you pinpointed them towards, are really having support in this. And maybe that's another offer that you have, or another training, or a masterclass, or it can be like so many different things. But what I want you to see is not the complexity of the system, okay? Because that's also my zone of genius, and that's my entire zone of genius is making this simple, okay, for my clients. So I don't even want you to start saying of like, how am I going to do this? This is absolutely not important. We can do everything right now, okay? With the technology, we can do everything. So it's not like how is not important. What is important is what is your intention in your system, and then having someone, of course, like me, who is going to like help you see this is what you do in an order, and this is exactly how we're going to build this system. So this really is important. Another point that I want to share with you on the second point, or like what the funnel help you with, is that it really helps you make every single post, every single Instagram story, every single email you're sharing worth a lot more than what you are doing right now. Because people, they can enter your backend systems immediately, and they can enter this from so many different places, from your stories, from your content, from your feed content, from a podcast episode that you did, from your YouTube channel, from your emails, and so on. So you can send people towards your backend, but also the messaging, the everything that is inside, you can actually, like, from the post or the content that you shared, you can reuse this. You can reuse this everywhere. And when you imagine what is inside your funnel, yeah, it will take you a bit of time to create all of this. Like, let's say if you have 10 emails, I don't know, that's like 10 posts. Yeah, that's like 10 carousel. Thinking of the carousel and the caption, it takes you the same amount of time. It is not that much longer when you have the how. So one point of this. Now, something that I also wanted to share is regarding having a small audience, is that your audience will grow. Your audience is going to grow. 2026 is definitely going to be a year where you're going to welcome new people. There is no need to even like think about this. Okay. This is going to happen. And this is of course a conversation for another time, but I want you to see that if you don't have funnel and systems and a backend experience, you are not going to monetize the fact that it's growing. Because when someone new will come, nothing is going to actually happen. And maybe you have a welcome email, maybe they go on your newsletter and they're just like, okay, now follow along, this is how we go. And that's cool. But how much care does that show from you? And I'm not saying that it's bad. Listen, like, it's completely fine whatever you are having at the moment. I'm also in a period right now where I'm reviewing my entire backend, and so I had to completely scrap it down to the bottom. And as I'm rebuilding it, I'm also going to see the gaps of what is happening. And I think we have to give ourselves grace on this, and not trying that it's going to be perfect immediately. And listen, like, I am definitely an authority in backends and in systems and in funnels, and I give myself grace. Okay, so definitely give yourself grace, because this is a long process. It's a process of intentionality, of like, what am I building? And for me, I want every single person who comes into my world to actually feel taken care of. And not because I want them to buy, but because I care about the people that take time out of their busy life to read my emails, to sign up to things, because that means that they have a need, and they have a need on something that I can help them with. And I want to be of service. The last point that I wanted to bring in here is that I feel that the earlier you build this, the stronger you are going to be, and the stronger your long-term results are going to be. Because something that a lot of people are doing is that they're waiting too long to actually build this. And I see also a lot of women building their funnels just before doing reinventing completely their entire business and having to change everything. And when we actually start from the beginning, we start building those systems, which makes it so easy to update, because you're not building a funnel machine, one big funnel machine. For me, when I build a funnel is a puzzle, and we can independently change the pieces of the puzzle with other one. They just need to fit. Okay, but the piece can actually be completely different. And what I think with this system is it makes it like a modular funnel, which is so easy. That's why I want low maintenance funnels. I'm not building high maintenance funnels. This is not my jam. Low maintenance, high conversion, yes, please. So I want you right now, as I finish this, reflecting on first, how many people do you actually have right now in your audience, regarding your followers, your subscribers, your clients, everyone who is in your world, and asking yourself what could change if every single person who found you online landed in your funnel instead of scrolling past or not having any news from you until they see the next post or the next newsletter in 6 weeks. This is the reflection I want you to have today. If you want more trainings like this one, come into the 21-day free funnel challenge. And if you already know that you are absolutely ready to create your own funnel, you want to do it with me and a group of badass women, we start January 5th inside the Funnel Queen Mastermind, because you are going to become a funnel queen and you're going to be able to replicate everything that I'm going to teach you during the 5 weeks again and again in your business. And during the last cohort that we did, the women who created their funnels in the 5 weeks. So you don't have to, it's not you take this training and in 6 months you're going to create your funnel. No, you are going to create your funnel in the 5 weeks together. And when you go in the VIP, I'm going to also review absolutely everything from you. So all of your email sequences, and I don't just look through it and be like, yeah, that's fine, or change this thing. I'm going to look at the entire email, paragraph by paragraph, word swaps from your messaging. So it can work also for cold traffic, which is something that I think a lot of women are not excelling at because they haven't done ads before and they're very good at doing more warm or hot audience messaging. I review a funnel sequence. I review absolutely everything in your triggers and so on. There are only 4 spots left in the VIP for this Funnel Queen Mastermind. So send me a DM if you have any question. You can come in, yes, the 21-day free funnel challenge, or you can come in the 5 weeks mastermind. I also have some opening in one-to-one, so feel free to send me a DM if you were like, I actually don't want to do it in a group, I want to do it one-to-one, I want to do it my way at my pace, then send me a DM. I have just a couple of openings for December. Have the most amazing Monday, it is Monday today, or whenever you are listening to this, and I hope that you have a great week. Bye everyone.